Now I have the distinct opportunity to be able to introduce you guys to Brian to introduce the Service Design Award. Brian is from the SDN leadership team and head of jury for 2025. So they're getting the awards set up. And as they're doing that, Brian, feel free to come on out.
All right.
Everybody give Brian a big hand. Woo! Big job, big responsibility. I wanted to remind you all to check out the submissions for the SDN Awards. The black thing, words fail me. The panel with all of the presentations is by the lounge. And then tomorrow around 3 o'clock, the winners will present in the lounge. All right, Brian?
All right. Thank you very much, Brandon. And welcome everybody to the Service Design Network Awards ceremony. My name is Brian Gillespie, as you heard. I'm on the leadership team for the SDN and head of jury this year. Third year part of the Service Design Network jury, and very happy and honored to be part of that. Now, the award was established in 2015 to celebrate outstanding achievement in service design. The key word being celebrating. So today, that's what we're doing. We're celebrating. This should be a happy moment. As soon as we start introducing the finalists, I'm expecting 25 minutes of sustained clapping, cheering, whooping, all right? So hopefully you didn't, no, I'm only kidding. So Brandon, so it recognizes exceptional projects from professionals and students in 3 categories: professional commercial, professional nonprofit, and student. This year, your jury, who I will introduce you to shortly, has identified 11 finalists from 50 submissions. We will award a single winner in each category. And then at the end, we will also announce somebody that you voted for. You, the public, you, our community, we will give and announce the Public Choice Award, which is, if you voted, you know what you did. Every year, we are delighted to have sponsors for this event, for the awards. This year, it's been Chase and Lucid Software. We're delighted to have today with us Brandon, whom you met earlier in that fabulous Q&A chat that Brandon had with his colleagues. Brandon is going to kick it off and say a few words to you guys before we really get into the program. All right, Brandon, take it away.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. So I just want to say, again, Brandon Anderson, Executive Director of Service Design at Chase, and we are just so honored to be a part of this conference today and sponsoring these awards as well. As many of you know, service design is about creating seamless, meaningful experiences that put people at the center of everyday solutions. And it bridges the gap between business goals and customer needs, driving innovation and lasting impact. And in today's rapidly changing world, service design helps organizations adapt, differentiate, and deliver real value. As a service designer myself, I can say that the bulk of the work we do happens behind the scenes, but it's truly fundamentally shapes how people interact with products, services, and experiences, and organizations alike. It's great to be at a conference that highlights the incredible work we all do together. And at Chase, our commitment to service design reflects our belief in the power of human-centered thinking to transform financial services and help our clients and customers reach their financial dreams. So huge shout out to the Service Design Network for creating this platform to nurture and recognize talent in our field. And if you're early in your career, I highly encourage you to take advantage of this conference to network, grab as much knowledge as you can, and meet other fellow service designers. And so as a wrap, I just want to say, continue to push the boundaries. It's been great to be with you all, and thank you for having us. And again, congratulations to this year's award winners. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Brandon. Awesome. So we'll get the show on the road. Brandon's going to stick around because Brandon and I together are going to hand out the awards. So this year, we had about 50 submissions, as I said, from about 15 or 16 different countries. As usual, we had a fantastic response from students. About half the submissions were from some of the best universities in the world today, including SCAD, RCA, Loughborough University in the United Kingdom, some fantastic awards. We also had a really significant contribution from the public sector, as you will see. I thank all of you. Many of you are here of the finalists, so I thank you for submitting your work. It's because of you and your openness to sharing your thought leadership and your practice leadership that we all get better at what we do, so thank you. Those of you who have never submitted, I encourage you next year, participate in the program. It's really fun, it's really good, and it really provides a lot back to your community. Now, I'd like to introduce the jury to you. Several of them who are here. There's me, Brian. Kathy Huang, unfortunately, is not here. Kathy is the founder of one of the leading design agencies in China, CBI China Bridge. And unfortunately, Simone Carrier is not here. Simone is head of digital administration at the Principality of Brandenburg in Berlin. A lot of experience in the public sector. Here in the House, as you heard earlier, defending his point of view is Jamin Hegeman. Jamin is now executive partner at Harmonix. We also have Elisa Sarkinen. If you were in Helsinki last year, you met Elisa. Elisa works at Silly Solutions and joined the jury this year. Also, many of you will be very familiar with Maurizio Manes, who many of the SCAD students here in the audience will know Maurizio. Maurizio has been a professor of service design at SCAD for many years. One image not up there is of Sonia Jazic. Sonia is the project manager for the, from SDN HQ, who herds us jury cats. So we thank her. So the jury considers several things in each of these awards, in awarding the awards. One is the nature of the challenge. How difficult was the challenge? What kind of social relevance maybe did the challenge have? What was interesting about it? The other piece that's taken into account is the approach taken. You know, the demonstration of craft, innovation of craft. And finally, probably the most important one, and it's the one that we've been discussing a lot today, is the outcome and the impact. As we learned this morning, the value generated needs to be materialized. And as you will see from these projects, the jury really found across actually quite a number of the submissions, but particularly these finalists, the quality of the impact was significant. And so you'll get a chance to see that. I think it was mentioned that out in the lobby, we have 11 posters for each of the 11 finalists. Take a look at them, because there you'll start to learn exactly what that impact was and what the nature of that impact was. So I've got paper notes because I was too late to get them on the deck. So I'm old school here with that, although Brandon said he wished he had paper notes too. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of reading because I'm going to tell you some stories now. We're going to go through first the professional commercial finalists. This year we have 3 finalists. I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of these projects. So first is 2G Sunset from Sweden and the team at Verizon Innovation, their project called 2G Sunset. Now, I'm sure that many of you in your life have faced the day when a product or service that you've been using has reached a point of obsolescence, is no longer useful to you, sometimes because of physical product failure, sometimes due to a new technology overtaking the one embedded in the project. But so customers of Verizon, who are a very large provider of monitored security systems around Europe and actually many parts of the world, found themselves in this position when the central unit that managed their home security system needed to be replaced. So what to do? The company decided to engage the customer in the process. And through what we thought at the time was a really superbly iterative process that included insight generation, prototyping, and testing, the design team created an experience incorporating digital and physical components that successfully guided what is a typically unhandy audience in the replacement and installation of the new equipment. When I say typically unhandy, largely an older audience who are just not used to dealing with physical products or these kind of challenges. So thank you to the team at 2G Sunset who are here. So check them out. They may be at their posters throughout the next couple of days. Talk to them. Next, from the United States, this is a project we can't talk too much about because of non-disclosure, but from Alyssa Millinson and her design team, we present transforming spare parts management for onshore wind energy. So this was an energy company whose onshore renewables, so I'm reading some of this because it's the words from Alyssa and the other submitters of the projects. I want you to hear from them how they're describing it. I'll also be sharing, as an aside, some of the comments from the jury as to why these projects were so successful. But in this one, this company was losing millions due to inconsistent spare parts management across 6 wind farms. This led to low morale, wasted time, poor inventory accuracy as low as 11%, and increased turbine downtime. So frontline teams and support staff faced a range of inefficiencies. This project sought to address this organizational challenge and took a service design approach to reach a solution. Very interesting approach. Finally, we have from the US and the team at Other Tomorrows in Boston, Vueling Airlines cabin crew. Now, Vueling Airlines is a European multinational airline network. It faced the challenge of creating a shared organizational culture, recognizing that the cabin crews play a crucial role in a crucial customer-facing role. Vueling understood that fostering a unified culture among its diverse teams was essential for delivering a standout customer experience, sustaining continued growth, and ensuring smooth operations. To address this challenge, the team at Other Tomorrows embarked on quite an extensive cross-Europe design research in collaboration with the Vueling team to impact the nature and quality of the cabin crew engagement. So, to announce the winner of the Best Professional Commercial Project, please give a big round of applause to Alyssa Millinson and her design team. Come on up on stage, Alyssa. So while Alyssa is coming up, a few words about why the jury liked this. You know, we talked earlier this morning too about the tools and methods we use. Alyssa and her team were really resourceful and we're focused on achieving tangible results rather than aesthetic polish. They avoided what they called fancy platforms and used simple tools like PowerPoint, like Microsoft Forms, Excel. Why? Because they were the tools that others in the company used. It facilitated rapid change and kept the teams engaged throughout. So, Alyssa, thank you and congratulations so much. Yes. I'm just going to say a couple of more things. We talked about impact, and so the impact that Alyssa and her team had was partly, there was a couple of things that, and Sabine made this comment. She said that the consideration of organizational change management was an integral part of the design and implementation. It was not an afterthought. So Alyssa and her team put together these training programs that ensured these distributed teams were easily able to embrace and use the solution provided. When you see the poster, the numbers are significant. The impact has been significant. I liked also when we were talking about measurement, Alyssa put it this way, they measured it in 3 categories. Quantitative, which focused on numbers, qualitative, which focused on people, and finally, organizational, which focused on operations. And so I really loved how, we all liked how these 3 categories really made a big difference. And so, well done. Check out Alyssa tomorrow at 3 o'clock in the VIP lounge. It'll be intimate. You'll be right all together. You'll be able to chat and talk and learn from her. So thank you, Alyssa. All the best. Come back up in a little while. We're going to invite a lot of people up in a little while. So I actually need a drink of water because otherwise I'll be lip smacking my way through this. Anyway. Right, so next. Oh, did we go backwards? Professional nonprofit. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm spacing out here on this one. So there were a lot of amazing projects this year. we wanted to make a special commendation regarding 2G Sunset. We loved that project too, and we also wanted to give an honorable mention to the Vueling team. There's no losers here. Everybody's a winner. And so we thank you, and 2G, the team at Verizon and the team at Other Tomorrows. So, all right. Big round of applause, yes. Excellent, good job, folks. So next we have the professional nonprofit finalists. And here we have four finalists, 4 projects to take a look at. The first one from the United States and a company called Bloomworks is entitled Creating Kin-Specific Foster Home Approval Standards. So the story here is that when children can no longer safely remain with their parents, they're often placed in foster homes. However, the outcomes are frequently better when they're placed with kin, which are relatives or non-relatives that the child already knows, compared to being placed with strangers. So historically, there's been no national standards in the US existed for licensing kin. Kin faced many barriers that made it difficult to get licensed. And what that led to was that they were unable to receive the funds or the stipends and the resources that they needed to care for children. The straightforward goal of the team at Bloomworks and their client, the Child Welfare Playbook Working Group, was to make it safer and simpler for children to stay with kin by making licensing more equitable and more accessible. Next, we have from Canada and the team at Elections Ontario, we present Field Leadership Support Network. So this team, the project, put a spotlight on what's an often overlooked group in public service, and that is internal teams, the teams behind the election day. So the Elections Ontario recognized that the experience of its internal users, the people who deliver elections on the ground, is just as vital to voter confidence as public trust, as the processes and materials involved. So by providing better support, Elections Ontario bolstered the resilience of community teams to deliver elections in Ontario. We love that project too. So next, we have from the US and from the VA, the Veterans Experience Office of the VA and Technical Ascent, we present the Veterans Affairs Customer Experience Institute. So the backstory here is that the US Department of Veteran Affairs, the VA, struggled with low trust scores due to poor experience faced by veterans. The VA embarked on a project to equip and empower every VA employee, and there's 400,000 of them, with the principles and tools of human-centered design in order to improve the customer experience. So taking a service design approach to the challenge, they launched the VA Customer Experience Institute, a unified place where employees can gain the skills and tools to apply CX principles in their daily work. To date, and that was probably 6 months ago, 700 employees have completed the programs, with 40% of those serving in veteran-facing roles. That number has probably doubled or tripled in the meantime. So finally, we have from the Netherlands, and this is where I'll try my Dutch, and the team at Deloitte Digital, Voorrecht Rechtspraak, redesigning access to justice in the Netherlands. Now, I believe Rechtspraak, or Netherlands or Rechtspraak, is the Dutch judiciary. And so what this project was about is a digital-first, end-to-end service designed to simplify what have been complex, costly, and intimidating procedures, and help citizens resolve simpler disputes such as neighborhood conflicts, homeowners association disagreements, things like that, quickly, independently, and affordably. It's now already live in 3 districts in the Netherlands, and it will cover half of the Netherlands by the end of this year. As the jury, Alyssa said, it reimagines justice as a human-centered service, demonstrates measurable reductions in cost and time, and sets a precedent for systemic transformation of courts. So another project with great impact. But let's get to the winners. The best professional nonprofit project is Bloomworks. Come on up, Bloomworks. Awesome. Why did we love this? Well, it was quite a rigorous and inclusive methodology. They gathered input from over 430 individuals across more than 50 organizations, including many marginalized groups. They also thought big. This could have been a simple forms redesign project, but instead it turned into a significant policy change endeavor. You guys were just amazing. And talk about impact. I'm just going to tell a couple of the things, a little bit of the impact that you guys have had already. They've already been adopted quite significantly across the US by many, many states, if not all. I think this is close, yeah. And 5 tribal nations, maybe more by now. But the project has yielded substantial time and cost savings. For instance, by drastically reducing paperwork, 90% decrease in forms for Maryland, and a $400,000 in annual cost savings for Tennessee. Again, I'm going to quote Elisa here. This project demonstrates what's possible when design is used as an instrument of justice, not just efficiency. And I really liked Elisa's quote on that. So you guys are amazing. The jury loved it. Congratulations. Really well done. Thank you. Excellent. I think we're partnering really well here, Brendan. It's just going really good. But that's not all. We also loved, we loved everybody. We loved every project. And we really, really liked the work that was done by the team in Ontario. So congratulations, special commendation to the team Elections Ontario, and very, very honorable mentions to the team at the VA and the team in the Netherlands who worked with the Dutch judiciary. So thank you so much, and a big round of applause to these guys too. So last but not least, my favorite category every year for the last 3 years have been the student finalists, because the work that the students have produced, no matter where they are, whether they're in China, Switzerland, the UK, the United States, oftentimes is significantly better than the work that we get from professional commercial submissions. So I'm just saying that as a challenge to all you professional commercials out there. You got to raise your game a little bit, or start hiring a lot of these really, really smart students. So I'm going to introduce you to 4 projects. The first one from Tirath Singh Puni at, oh wait, no, that's not the first one. The first one, sorry, is Dialogue. It's from the UK and the team at the Royal College of Art. Now, the background story here is that in the UK, 80% of the almost 5.3 million long National Health Service waiting list are undiagnosed, with women disproportionately affected by delayed diagnosis, often sometimes waiting 4 to 11 years on average on these waiting lists. Dialogue is a digital health platform. It's designed to empower women and non-binary individuals aged 25 to 45 in the UK who are experiencing what they called diagnosis limbo. This is the challenging period of uncertainty while awaiting a medical diagnosis. So Dialogue empowers patients to track their symptoms, store their records, and access trusted medical insights. It also offers personalized guidance for medical conversations, connects users with global doctors, and visualizes key health patterns. So next, yes, this is the one I was about to say. Next, rather than first, is Tirath Singh Puni from SCAD presents Empowerment Through Collaboration. Now, Tirath's story is that he discovered that at the Southeast campus of Medical College of Georgia, MCG, students are encouraged to conduct what they call community-based research through their capstone projects. Yet very few students can complete the projects that are ethical, that are methodologically strong, and meaningful in practice. After a 3-phase service design project involving research and system mapping and co-creation, the result, what Tirath called Connect, which is a 9-week program that prepares students and community partners to collaborate on research. It offers hands-on training, shared learning spaces, and dedicated time for project development. Next, we have Life Waltz, fascinating project from China, and the team at the student team at the School of Design at Jiangnam University. This is a tough one to describe. In China and in many parts of the world, palliative care, which is for those approaching death, is still dominated by clinical treatment, while humanistic care remains insufficient for a variety of reasons, often communication reasons. Patients remain silent for fear of becoming a nuisance or a burden. Families hesitate to speak to avoid emotional pain. And healthcare professionals refrain from sensitive dialogue due to ethical pressures. Through research and interviews in palliative wards, the team identified the rupture of intimacy as the core source of regret. And so, building on this insight, the service developed an emotional board game kit with cards, maps, recordings, and CDs, inviting patients to share memories within the time of a song. You should look at the board outside. The visuals that the team created were fascinating, very unique to the culture, very unique to the challenge. I would certainly look at the poster for the Life Waltz team outside. Finally, we have from Switzerland, TETOKA, breast awareness in young women. So the team, the student team, are from the Hochschule Luzern Design, Film und Kunst. And so their story was that they recognized that breast cancer is the most commonly diagnosed cancer among women aged 20 to 39. Yet, public messaging, screening guidelines, and prevention campaigns often target women over 40. As a result, younger women face a critical gap in awareness and early detection. So the challenge was to design a service that is engaging, stigma-free, and seamlessly integrated into daily routines, one that enables monthly self-examination and empowers women to take charge of their health early in life. So testing the multifaceted wearable solution showed commitment to monthly self-exams, and it increased from 25% to 80% with the test group, and confidence in the technique rose from 27% to 90%. And your student winner is Dialogue from Switzerland. Are they here? Are you here? You are. Excellent. Welcome. So one of the things about this project that really struck, you've probably all been involved in design research. And one of the things that you need in design research is a really, really clear insight. And this team conducted amazing research, producing an insight that was, it was called diagnosis limbo, right? Just simplified into 2 words. And they recognized that this was a diagnosis in itself, deserving of specific attention and care. The standout aspect of the service was the recognition that the emotional state directly impacts a user's ability to effectively utilize tools. So consequently, the features were thoroughly designed to build confidence first, then capability, aiming to make women feel seen, heard, and supported. Again, I'm quoting Elisa here again. It redefines a neglected experience, delivers a credible and compassionate solution, and demonstrates the systemic potential of design when it centers human dignity. So you guys did an amazing work, and so thank you so much. Congratulations. Well done. All right. As we said earlier, there's no bad project in these finalists. There's no poor service design work. We would like to give a special commendation to the team in China for Life Waltz, but we also want to make an honorable mention for both Tirath and the Swiss team in Hochschule Luzern. So with that, congratulations to them. So we've got one more award to give. We're almost on time. Look at that, 6 minutes and 28 seconds left. All right, good. The final award is the Public Choice Award. Again, if you received the messages from HQ, you had an opportunity to vote from the 11 finalists of who might be your favorite. You were able to read a summary of the projects. And so this year, our Public Choice Award goes to Tirath Singh Puni from SCAD, student from SCAD, and his project Empowerment Through Collaboration. Now, unfortunately, Tirath can't be here. He's in India, but we are very fortunate to have his professor here. It's a coincidence. It was meant to be. Professor Han Kim from SCAD will accept the award on behalf of Tirath. So thank you, Professor. What we really liked about the project is a lot of student projects are quite conceptual. Tirath's has already been used by the campus. It's been piloted. And so one of the things he says, and I like, the takeaway that he and the advice he had was, this is quoting Tirath, he said, service design proved to be a powerful lens, helping leaders see the bigger picture, connect the dots, and move from surface fixes to systemic change. And so the fact that the project was being implemented and quite successfully with the team already was, and is quite a scalable project, was the reason why I would guess people, gave Tirath the vote. So I'll shake your hands on his part. So Tirath, if you're out there, it's probably late in India. So congratulations, congratulations. And so I think that's it. I think, I wanted to say this before we invite all of the finalists up on stage for a group photograph. Tomorrow, come to this event. It's not here. Everything is very accessible here, except maybe for the VIP room. It's kind of, you have to open a door, go down the stairs. It's really hard. No, you've got to go to this tomorrow from 3 to 4. The 3 teams will share their projects with you in greater detail. So for highlights into state-of-the-art practice of service design around the world in these 3 categories, please join me and the teams tomorrow at the VIP lounge. So congratulations. One last big round of applause. Come on up. Finalists. I want you all up here.
Everybody
There's
come
a lot
up.
of finalists in the house. I want winners and finalists. Come on.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Let's go.
Come on.
Pick it up.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
I wasn't on it. Yeah. Please come on up.
All right, look at this. Also,
Amazing people.
now you know the people.
Yes. Right over there.
All right, good. Excellent.
You need to be in front.
Should we come closer in? Oh yeah, there you go. How about some people on the podium so that you're up? You don't need to be on the podium. No.
Do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Brian, we've got Tirath right here.
All right. Excellent.
Someone want to hold Tirath's face?
Here, hold that.
Oh, very nice. Can you see that? Thank you.
Woo. Thank you, everyone.
That's cute.
So that was a conference day. How was it?
Congratulations.